I'm Sonny, and I love playing shitty games, especially shitty free-to-play games. Something within me causes me to check the newly released Steam free-to-play section almost daily. I've played a lot of stinkers, and I'd like to save you from making the same mistakes I do on a daily basis. Welcome to the next good game in 3, Stride. Stride is Mirror's Edge in VR. I wish there was a more in-depth way to say it, but that's literally it. It fucking rocks. Okay, I can go more in-depth. Stride is a first-person parkour shooter, available on Steam and the Quest Store. It was in early access for 2 years, but now it's fully released. If you're looking for a VR free-running fantasy with a solid movement system, once you get the hang of it, then this game is for you. I say once you get the hang of it, because with everyone I've talked to about this game, the way you jump is kinda weird at first. You run by mimicking running with your arms, but to jump you have to press a button and then pull your arms up. When you're not used to it, this can seriously affect your momentum, but once you've mastered the controls, it just feels so good to play. Let's get one of the major negatives out of the way first. It is kinda lacking in content. You have an endless parkour mode where semi-randomized sections are generated, and you have to get as far as you can without dying. There's also a timed version that you can play to test your speedrunning chops against the other players in the leaderboards, and at one point, there will be a story mode, but that isn't finished yet. And frankly, since the developer hasn't really spoken much about it, I feel like the campaign is going to be vaporware. The main meat, in my opinion, is the arena mode. Set in a small cityscape, you have to complete one of 4 objectives endlessly until you run out of time or die 3 times. After each objective completion, your time available for the next one goes down, so it becomes an optimization test for your pathing across the city. You'll be killing dudes with one of the 3 guns in the game, but for the most part, it's going to be your trusty pistol. Personally, this game doesn't really need a massive weapon variety, as most of the weapons you want to be able to wield one-handed to aid parkour across the city. You have a slow motion button that makes hitting Max Payne style jump shots also good. In the cityscape, there's a great variety of different objects and structures to scramble through. You have billboards you can wall run on, boxes to jump over, and pipes to slide under. There's even selectively placed grapple points to make a good set of moves feel even better when you hit the jump perfectly. Across your run, you can collect coins to buy power-ups or different guns for your run, but it's on a per-run basis, so if you die 3 times, you've got to start all over again. Being honest, if you're not a fan of playing the same kind of content over and over, and if you need linear progression to get you through a game, then this is not the game for you right now. Whilst I love the mechanics and systems, unless you've got a specific hankering for VR parkour, you might not really have many reasons to come back to this game. They have recently added a multiplayer mode expansion that turned an alpha test of multiplayer into something that looks and plays pretty damn well. You have Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Infection, and a couple of other shooter staples. And whilst it all plays well, I have to be truthful here. I fucking hate multiplayer VR games without legs. A floating torso really kills my immersion, and whilst bad looking fake leg movements can also be annoying, I would take them every time over a soulless floating torso. All in all, Stride has excellent gameplay with lacking content. I'm happy with my purchase, but I could also totally get why someone else could feel let down. Unfortunately, in this case, you'll have to figure out if you're happy with replaying content. And frankly, if you don't have VR, this won't be a killer app that makes you spend over £300 for a headset. I give Stride a God I love bullet time out of 10.
You wanna aim at his ass? Let's do it. Ah.